Well, it was a really big win. It was a really big night, for us to be able to talk to our women about breast cancer awareness and making sure that they understand the importance of what it means. And so many people in our community have been affected by it. I personally have been affected by it. My mom's a breast cancer survivor. So the good Lord saw her through. So it's an important game for us to be able to recognize that, and for the kids to come out and play as hard and play as well as we did at times, I think really caps off the night for us. So just really proud of the adjustments that we made at halftime, and the first 5 minutes of the third quarter really turned the game around.
Rechelle, what can you say about your team defensively, especially in that third quarter where you just locked them down and were able to really put the game on ice at that point?
Well, my coaching staff's doing a really, really good job with our scouts and our adjustments that we're making. And so we made a few adjustments offensively and defensively at half, and I thought it put them in a bad spot. But our defensive rebounding has been the reason that we've been playing so well, limiting teams to one shot, making sure that we're contesting threes. Our kids have really bought into the process of what we've told them that we feel like it takes to win. And being able to defend and rebound is a big part of that.
Coming off a game like Saturday that was just right down to the end and to lose it, how did this week of practice go in terms of it was an opportunity you guys maybe could have come out a little flat tonight, didn't really feel like that happened. How did your kids respond, do you think?
Well, we stayed mad for a little while. I'm not gonna lie. I personally did. We had a couple players that did, and we kind of had to talk through that. But that's an emotion, and that's a competitive emotion that you want your players to feel. But we also talked about moving past it. And with the weather, basically Monday and Tuesday, we just did some individual workouts and some shooting. Didn't feel like we could get the whole team here at the same time, since we were going to pick them up, because we definitely didn't want them driving. And then on Wednesday, we were able to do scout and do our team preparation. So I think changing it up a little bit, doing a little individual workouts, really focusing in on the things that we needed to do individually to get better, kind of helped us move past it.
Rechelle, just in terms, my last one, just in terms of where you are with your development as a program, as a team, I guess this year, as you're trying to peak here in the next week and a half, where are you in terms of trying to get to where you want to be? What's kind of the missing piece right now you need to improve on?
Well, we've got to do a better job of shooting from three. I mean, we're getting looks, and for a while we had our percentage up. It's kind of fallen back down. I think that we have got to be able to continue to make those shots to open up things on the inside for Caitlin, Lacey, and Hannah. And if we can put that together, then we're going to be tough. But the emergence of our chemistry and these young kids having time to get used to this system, I think is showing you where we felt like this team could be all along. It's taken us a little longer to get to this point this season, obviously, than we wanted to. Part of that is because we didn't have, like everybody else, didn't have the summer. But, the one thing that coaches keep telling me is the chemistry of your kids on the floor is so good. And that chemistry is just as good off the floor. So that's what I'm most proud of. But I think if we can start making a few more threes and continue working the ball inside out, that we're going to be hard to guard.
Coach, for as good as that first 5 minutes of defense was, Eastern Illinois shoots under, I believe, 20% for the second half entirely. Think a few cheap baskets go in at the end for them. How did that bleed over, and what was the scout against Eastern Illinois, who does have a great tandem in Pace and Wall?
Well, the scout is no threes, and when early we were giving up threes in transition, and that's the worst kind of threes you want to give up, and so we adjusted, we spaced out a little bit, we left Caitlin kind of on an island guarding Wall a little bit, but she was very physical tonight. That's the Caitlin that we have to see every single night. She has to go up against those juniors and seniors, and she has to be physical, and she has to do her work early. I thought she did an outstanding job. And then when Lacey switched off, we just basically extended our defense, extended our zone. We didn't allow for any high post catches that led to kickouts for threes, and I thought that was the difference. So we talk all the time. I'm not a math major, and we have very few math majors on our team, but there's a big difference in threes and twos in basketball. So we're trying to do our best to take away as many threes as possible.